All right. Hey, welcome to Chris Anderson Comics. I'm Chris Anderson. Today I got Erwin Papa with me. How you doing, man?
Good, man. Have you been?
I've been good. I've been busy. I was out of town for 2 months visiting my mom, my wife, and my dog and I for in Minnesota. That's a long time to be away from the desk. I had to make a makeshift shift desk while I was there. But it worked. It worked out.
Oh, that's good. Nice.
There's
Nice
a there's
vacation.
a there's a little studio in Minneapolis called World Monster Headquarters that Xander Cannon and uh, John Bivens are part of, and so they have printing and scanning and stuff there. So every once in a while, I'd have to pop over there and say what's up and have them help me help me when I was in a pickle trying to scan stuff. But other than that, yeah, it was good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Happy that the Kickstarter has funded, and now we can just keep it up and let's see how things go from this day forward. We've also just wanted to update everyone. We've updated the commissions list, so we got more commissions. We got
Yeah.
Chris Anderson here has two more commissions.
Yes, sir.
Victor
Yes,
Alfie
sir.
has more. Philip McVan, Bob Kurthy has been added. Joshua Green and Soba have more.
So we're talking about the Sewer Boys
We are.
Kickstarter that's right now
Exactly.
going on right now. So Sewer Boys is sort of a remix of the uh, actions, well, the entirety of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1, right?
Yeah,
Are we
I
saying
can't
the
say it. I'm
words?
not going to say it. You can say
Oh,
it.
okay. Maybe I'll bleep it out. Of a famous book involving aquatic reptiles.
Yeah.
And we're
In
going
New
to take a
York.
look at it here in a
In some
second.
East Coast city.
Yeah. Let me actually scroll away from the cover so that, anyway, okay. So it's remix. And we got a whole bunch of people to get involved with it through the Long Beach Ink and Drink group. So what tell people who don't know what that is about the Ink and Drink group.
Yeah, thanks. Ink and Drink Long Beach is first started out as a in-person event in 2018, and it was co-founded by Jundagoon, Roshi, and myself. We were June came up with the idea to do a drink and draw event in Long Beach. He got inspired by our friends at Sketch Party, who do their drink and draw in LA. Um, and then June just thought realized that there was no drink and draw uh, continuous event happening in Long Beach. So June wanted to facilitate that and have that happen here in the city. And he made it happen, made all the moves, did all the first calls and everything, and we're still here. So now we have a monthly in-person event, but alongside that, we have our Discord, which sprung from the quarantine 2020. Everything was closed down. We couldn't have our events anymore, and I noticed that some other friends got together online on Instagram and they were drawing on the same online canvas. It's like, hey, what are you guys using? Because this is essentially ink and drink, but online, and, on the internet. So they told me about Magma, which does the online stuff, and or the online canvas. But now it's switched over to. Well, it was like something else before, but now it's Magma. Oh, no, it was Aggie.io. I don't know if you're familiar with Aggie.io. Then
Yeah,
it switched over
yeah.
to Magma. And also, we had our other friend, Enki Duvargas. He was like the youngest one, so he's like the tech savvy member of the group. So he set up the Discord. He set up a few of our Twitch accounts for us as well. So now that we had the Discord and we had the online canvas, we were able to hang out together online, alone in our rooms, but then also have it expand out to not just be people from Long Beach. Now people,
Yeah.
New Mexico, Portland, uh, Indiana, yeah, people all over the place, even outside of the U.S. too. We have some members,
That's
so it's
awesome.
been well.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
also from that, because now we have because of Discord, there's all these channels and stuff. We can create projects, which we did last year, and now we're doing with this one. There's other projects that we have happening as well. I think that's about it.
It's really cool, man. The last one was really awesome.
Oh
um,
yeah, thank you.
yeah. What was what did it end up being titled?
Philip McMahon came up with the title, and it was "Endangered African Hornman and Juggy."
Yes, Endangered
Yeah,
African Hornman and Juggy.
yeah. It's what's funny is that if you look at the title, and we did
Yeah,
polls too. If you look at the title, you can. It was almost like a predictor of like what we were gonna do
absolutely.
next. Although we did a poll, and then it was like between that ninja fight and a another giant size mutant book. We were gonna
Really,
those were like tied together for a while, but the turtles one broke through.
that's really cool. Yeah. So I'm in Los Angeles. I'm in Studio City,
Oh,
which may as well be another country compared to Long Beach. It feels
oh my
like
gosh, yeah,
sometimes. So I've never been to I've never been to the Ink and Drink, but it's like what it's like 40 minutes maybe.
yeah. Well,
I
it's
have to
40
make it to
minutes.
that, but
It depends if like when
on
you
traffic.
leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been to
Yeah.
Sketch Party? I think they do
No.
those every
No, I used to go to
week.
the original Drink and Draw. But I've
Oh
never been to
yeah.
Sketch Party.
The original Drink and Drive. Do they still do that?
No.
Oh,
No. But that was sort of like my college education,
oh wow.
honestly. Showing up there and showing pages to like, Dave Johnson and Dan Pinotion and then having them, tear it apart and then coming back the next week with the exact same page redrawn and do it again 30 times
Yeah.
until they're like, God, kid,
Yeah, we had that
I mean,
though. You should
nothing else
definitely
to say. Move on to another page.
check out Sketch Party.
Yeah, I should check it out. Definitely
Yeah,
should. I haven't. I
yeah.
hardly
That
ever leave this room anymore because my career has expanded and I'm
uh,
like drawing all the time. And when I'm not drawing, I just don't want to draw. but
yeah,
but that's
I get it.
sort of what's happened. But yeah, I got hip to you through uh, uh, Kevin Cabanatan, and he yeah. So I joined the Discord and like saw that this project was going on, and I was like, how do I get to be a part of it? And then I saw that you needed some pinups, so I was like really psyched to get on it. And then a couple pages opened, and so I contributed a couple of those too. So I mean, it was a shit ton of fun. Um, we can go ahead and like share the book in its entirety on here and walk through and talk about all the artists that are on it and all the intricacies of things that have changed from the source material to what it's become and all that.
Yeah, totally.
Let's see if I can figure out how to share this.
I noticed your shirt is that a permanent damage shirt?
Yeah. Yep, I tabled there at the last
Oh,
one.
nice.
Greatest show in the country as far as I'm concerned.
Did you meet everybody? Were you able to like meet the other guys, other
Other
artists?
creators.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was. Not for
So,
very long because I had to. So that's okay. I'm doing two things at once here. Not for very long because I had to sort of man the table and go around. But yeah, I
yeah,
did. I did manage to escape once in a while, and I was inside. And so, if for people who don't know what it is, it's a very small kind of curated um, comics show at a place called nice called Permanent Records, and it's a record
mhm,
store slash bar. And then when they have permanent damage, there's about 30 maybe um, comic creators that have tables in there, and they also have punk bands going on at the same time.
Oh shit.
And so most of it's outside, but there were about 4 of us that it grew a little bit, so they put us inside. And so even if I wanted to go and talk to people by like the end of the day, I wasn't going to be able to hear anything but a
Oh,
high
damn.
pitched ringing noise. So loud.
Oh,
But, you know,
damn.
I'm also a musician and have been around that for forever, so I'm used to it. So, all right, let me see if I can share this now.
Hey, it's just oh man, what's his name again? Jubinville?
Who's that?
The guy that draws Dynamite Diva.
Oh, yeah, Jasper Jubinville.
Jasper. Yeah, is he small?
Is he small?
Yeah, he looks
No,
small.
no,
Oh.
he's not. He's well, if he's small, then I'm real small. I'm like 5'8", and he's taller than me.
Oh, okay.
All right, so it's doing weirdness, which just means I got to get rid of this. All right,
I look like an echo. Oh.
now is it good?
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, there you go.
Is there still an echo?
Oh no. I was just
Oh, okay.
a visual echo with
Oh, yeah,
hearing it.
because that screen was up, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so this is the cover to Sewer Boys.
Yeah, Phil McVan did the cover image, Bob Chrissy on the title logo. They work so well together because you got that
Yeah.
solid up top and then you got all the organic stuff happening at the bottom.
The title is a riff off of Ronin.
Yeah, I think even the original issue, the original book cover is a whole homage to Ronin.
Should I show it, even though it's
You can show
I
it.
guess
Yeah, I think yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. Well, it's kind of off to the side, but because it's a double page spread, and I don't want to mess with it right now. But yeah, I can see that. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. I guess I didn't even look that close. I'm stupid.
Even with the monotone color, I think the Ronin had more colors in it.
Yeah. All right, so it's kind of it's as we said before, it's a remix. So people took that and kind of ran with it, and that's literally the only instructions, right? Remix it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. I the reason why I wanted to do it as a remix thing and rather than just do a well, how would you say, like a cover or not a remake, but just like us covering the book, was
Yeah.
that I knew people wanted to do. There would be certain pages that people would want to do, but at the same
Yeah.
time, we needed all of the pages done. We can't have just all page 2 and 3, right? Because
Yeah.
that's not
It's
like
got to
the
be a
complete story.
comprehensive story,
Yeah,
right?
so everyone got assigned pages, and then they also had the option to do optional pages as well.
Right.
Yeah,
Cool. Okay. So, for example,
yeah,
here is page 1,
right. Yeah,
side by
page
side.
1, Bob
So
Kersey. Yeah, go ahead.
that's no, I was just saying it's really cool the way that he designed his version of the turtles.
Oh yeah, totally. The design of the turtles, just the way that he just tweaked that first page,
Yeah.
where the original one had dialogue from like some like stranger nobodies. Now he put them in that second panel. So now you know what they're up against. And
Yeah.
then also the decision to make the gutters black up
Mhm.
top
Mhm.
and then have the inverse the white font, which really separates the two images from each other. And then the top like kind of has a cinematic approach because of that black and there's that widescreen
Yes.
panel.
Absolutely. And then the background on the second panel pushing it back in that kind of atmospheric perspective thing
Right.
is a really cool choice too, to make the turtles stand out and not make it so busy.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's a little bit more detailed than the original. Original just has the bricks and
Yep.
the dirty alley. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bob creating that depth, but then also doing that color hold with the gray, and then like even bringing the color hold down with the tattoos on the punks' heads,
Yes.
tying it all together.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really cool. And then, so sometimes,
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
sometimes things were doubled, right?
Sometimes things were doubled. This was done uh, to fit the page count,
Okay.
and I didn't want to reach out again. Like, hey, I need more free work, guys. Come
Uh
on.
huh.
I was like, okay, let me just break it down. And this is kind of a reference to I don't know if you know Shitty Dark Knight and Shitty
Yep.
Watchmen, two
Yep.
books by Dave
Dave
Baker.
Baker. Yep.
I I took that approach and then just broke it down because Dave Baker's intention was like you can draw the books as shitty as you want, but it's still going to read to the viewer, right?
Right.
This time
Yeah, that was the purpose, right?
I wanted to break it down again, but just have it clean enough where you know the exact reference, but I'm not gonna reprint the exact
Yeah, it's
reference. So
just
I'll just break
shapes.
it down. Yeah, break
Yep.
it down by shapes. Yeah, shape,
Mm-hmm.
color, black, white, even the dialogue, treating that as a shape, right? As part
Yes.
of an overall composition. Like that's
Yes.
part of the drawing too. So now you can see like that first rectangle compared to the dialogue rectangle shape. That whole back and forth.
Yeah. So, is this going to remain in the final printed version? You're going to have the double pages.
Yeah, this will, and it won't happen for every page. It'll just
Hmm.
happen if I need to fit.
Yeah. Well, I think that idea is cool because then you get to see, different people's visions of how to remix it too.
Mm-hmm,
Like
mm-hmm.
even within the one book.
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
yeah, totally.
This guy.
Yeah, the book's already sold because of this.
Yeah.
You can't do
Man,
that.
he is just like blown up and I couldn't be happier for him. So this is what it's riffed off of.
Yeah,
Come on, move over. And then this is what he came up with.
yeah,
It's crazy. It's crazy.
yeah. Kevin Anthony Catalan, he can never do any wrong. He's been
Nope.
blowing up since since Space Knights. Cartoonist Kayfabe gave him a big pop, and yeah, it's never stopped ever since.
Yeah,
Now
I'm
he's
psyched
able to
for him.
Knuckles. Oh, I
Yep,
am
I
too.
know.
Most definitely. Most
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
Yeah, I'm so proud of that dude. He's worked hard for it. He deserves it.
Oh yeah, yeah, and he's still going. And then, and with
Yep.
this piece too, you could see where he drew a lot of inspiration, but then there's like certain tweaks that Kevin did where uh, he adjusted the posing a little bit just to make it look like a Kevin Anthony Catalan drawing. He made it
Yeah.
work for him, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep. I can see the emphasis on the like exaggerating the feet and some certain things. And then I love how he went and did like the actual airbrushed the screen tones on
Oh
this
yeah.
original piece. He just
Uh-huh.
like, you know, covered up all the stuff that was white and then put a stencil on and airbrushed it. It turned out really cool. Guy's
Yeah,
crazy.
he has a. I think he uploaded a video on Instagram
Yeah, I think I
where he's
just saw
showing
it
the whole
before we
process.
got on here. Yeah.
Very intense.
All right, and then
Oh my gosh, what the heck? What the heck is these guys doing in there?
that's really cool.
So here's my version of that double page spread. Because it's a remix, you could remix the characters as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So. And this is
So
also a slight reference to one of the other comics that we had in the poll.
oh yeah.
We won.
Oh, that would
Yeah,
have been a fun one.
yeah. The Art Adams one. I was like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not too upset that we didn't get to do it, but at least I got to draw it here.
Well,
Can't
yeah,
have everything. Yeah,
you can't have everything.
yeah. But that was fun.
Okay.
Fun to do.
So
These ones.
let's
This
go
is.
here.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Oh yes. Very good. Very good.
All right. So is this
These.
yeah, okay.
This. Yeah. This page. Yeah. Yes. This page is Jason Lego, goes by Skulldude Joe on Instagram. He took a very quick sketch, painterly approach to his pages, and that's per his style as well. But what you can also notice is that he added, or he made the panel lines, the weapons of the turtles.
Oh yeah, look at that.
On the side, and which also referenced the old Playmates toys where the weapons would be on a sprue, where you had to like it would be like this gridded
Oh yeah, yeah,
where all
yeah.
the weapons were connected. So
You
it
had to
kind
pop
of
them
reminded
out.
me of
Yep.
that, right? Yeah. So it
Oh,
reminded
that's a
me of
good
that. Like,
idea.
and he was like debating too, like if he went this way. He had two different versions, and we were like going over it. This one won out because no one else was going to do that.
No.
So I had
There's all
to.
sorts of little cool things like that in this book.
Yeah, totally. You can
I
also
love
notice,
that.
Jason also added like a collage like element with the photograph.
Yes, the
photograph.
background. Yep. Mm-hmm.
hmm
Yeah,
And then
that's
even
really neat.
this is like a great example of like redoing the pages or
Yeah,
redoing the original page. 3 panels in the
completely
original,
redoing it.
4 panels in this one. Yeah,
And this is him too.
this is
Uh,
him too. Yeah, this is
sort
the
of
next
just
page.
extending. It's not the next page, right, of the book. It's
I
he's just sort of extending that one.
I believe it is the next page
Oh, it
because
is.
the next page is all about
Oh, yes, there it
the,
is.
yeah, the side turtle, and
Yes.
this one's just all one splash page of that. Again with the photograph using the background, uh, now black gutters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love it.
I love the idea of boiling it all down into a single image.
Yeah, yeah, me too. Yeah, that's like one of the you can the reinterpretation of the page, like that's the challenge. Like how do you do that? And just the
Right.
outcomes, different outcomes are exciting to see.
I remember Todd McFarlane on the comic book greats video um, that he did. You know, those ones with Stan Lee. He was talking about how he would get a script and look at it and see it, how much he could boil them all down into one image, taking like 3 panels and turning them into one image. Um, and I always thought about that, and I always sort of like looked at that as a rule because I didn't hear many rules growing up, you know, about how to make comics, and that was one that he sort of talked about. And it turns out that is absolutely wrong. You know, for the most part, like you don't do that. It depends on if there needs to be a beat there. It's not just about you could take a whole issue and boil it down into one image, but you know, it's about the storytelling and pacing and things like that too. But I do think it's a great exercise, and sometimes it is called for. It took me a
Oh
long
yeah,
time to shake that. It took me a long time to shake that.
right. Yeah, I think it's more appropriate in certain projects. If you're given a script by a certain writer,
Yes.
probably can't do that. But if it's your friend who's writing it, then maybe there might be some leeway. You can like, there's more of a collaborative effort with
Yes.
that.
Or if they're a terrible writer.
Oh yeah.
And you
Oh
just gotta
yeah. I
just
never
gotta
thought about
doctor
that.
it.
Like, how do you navigate through that? Oh, that's a different. That would be. That's gonna be a brand new discussion. Man, how do you navigate through that? If you get a terrible writer and he's like, "Hey, no, do it like it's gonna look way better like this."
Well, you know what? I think that it's the writers. I don't think this is a discussion. This is happening. I think it's the writer's job. I don't think it's necessarily the writer's job to pace it visually. I think that's the artist's job.
Oh, really? Even, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Hmm.
I
I
think
think
it's delineated
we'll have
that
to go
way.
back to that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Discussion for another time.
Mhm.
It's a long. It could be a long one. Okay. And then this is.
This was kind of serendipitous. This is Philip McVan coming in with his page 6. Uh, this kind of mirrors Jason's splash, where it's that single solo figure, and then something in the background. In Jason's case, there was something in the foreground, right?
Yeah.
But this one again, it's a solo character in the foreground, but then you have the the turtles in the background. So it's kind of splash page, but kind of not, because he
Hmm.
broke it down with still panels in the background. Um, Philip also made it a point where he just wanted the turtles just to be beating up on one punk, like just totally
Yeah.
overpowering them.
Yeah. And I love how he broke it down into panels with the turtles themselves, but
Hmm.
this guy is just taking it from each of them. It's such a great idea.
Yeah, yeah. You get to see the
That's
turtle
smart
designs. You get to
storytelling.
see you get to see
That's
the
some layered
example of the.
storytelling.
Oh, it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you compare it with the original panels. Uh, it those are also stacked. Like he
Hmm.
kept that element. Like, but how,
Yep.
this is the way of him changing it.
So
I love
cool.
it. Yeah.
All right. And then
Yeah, I love this page too.
moving on to page 7.
Yeah, page 7. I really appreciate that you're taking the time to scroll both windows to see
Yeah, I
different
think
things.
it's cool to see, where it came from and, you know, people's interpretation, how they interpreted it, because, even when these guys created the thing and did it, they were young and they were still learning, and it's not like it's a perfect thing. We've made it into this perfect thing because of what it became, but you know, there was work that could be done on it, and
Oh yeah,
different ways to tell the story, for
yeah.
sure.
Philip had the same sentiment as well. It's like he repeatedly say like these pages were done during that time, and you know we can totally interpret it the way we want to in our own style, updated, right,
Yeah,
modernized it.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he did it again with this. I love the layout of this page where it's still three panels, but now
Hmm.
the, the top and bottom panels are inset inside the middle panel. You get another. He like managed to make another splash page with this one, and then I also like again like boiling it down. The last panel where you don't have to have the cop with the cop car and the lights blaring. He just puts the lights. And that's it. And I love that line that he added in the last panel. Time to go. Turtles and pigs don't mix.
Yeah, I love
Oh,
that too. It's a really good one. Okay. So then we go to this page, which is page 8.
page 8.
Do, do, do,
Yeah,
do.
this
There we go.
is Jimmy Mondo. Thank you. Jimmy Mondo taking a more exaggerated, cartoony approach, but also adding a slight manga element with the photograph use on the
Hmm.
bottom, much like Jason. But this is more of a different, slightly manga approach where they would like highly contrast photographs and use them as background. Jimmy does it here, and then also he was able to provide his own version of his turtles.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
cool. And so he stayed pretty
yeah, pretty
much
close.
like, pretty close to what it was.
Even that
Oh,
middle panel has that opening. Sorry, the opening on the bottom, it's still
yes.
open.
Yep.
Like, oh, we kept that too. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
And it looks like, I wonder if he did photo elements for
oh,
the
huh.
ground there too. It almost looks like
Yeah,
it, or
maybe.
he's just mimicking this
Oh
to
yeah,
so
maybe
that they're
that's it.
married.
Maybe.
It
Yeah,
could be
that is a
one.
possibility.
Yeah. I
Surprisingly,
love
this
it.
page, these two pages get repeated numerous times.
Yeah. Like like this dummy who did it. So this is my page.
Yeah.
um yeah, I wanted to mix it up a little bit. um, I wanted them to sort of lead,
I
their
see.
direction
Yeah.
into the next panel. I
Uh-huh.
think their sizes were good because they're big here and they could, kind of
Oh yeah.
they
Full
get smaller
figure.
here. But then I thought
No,
that there
yeah,
was
really
an
good.
opportunity to make them even to show even more of where they're at with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I also did the open panel, but except for it was black.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. Ah, that's interesting how that's still carried over. I do enjoy the inclusion of sewer boys on the sewer cap. The
Yeah.
did you and I also do like the black gutters. Did you look at the other pages before approaching this, or did you have this already in
N-
mind?
I-
On your,
n- no, there weren't very many pages to look at.
mm,
I don't think you had a PDF up, or if you did, I didn't see it yet. I
okay.
had only seen like a
Mm,
couple of things, and I just kind of went, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. I've got a day to knock out these 2 pages. Let's
wow.
just do it. So I sat this. I was in Minnesota when I did this. I was sitting there watching TV with my mom and did this real quick.
That's
Um, yeah, and I zoomed in on this on the cover too because it just felt so. I like that you see like the vastness of the city, and I think that these like papers flying,
yeah.
newspapers flying across were really important. Just sort of like you can hear the wind blowing in the fading away into the night, and then I also like
Mm,
faded the word fade away and stuff like that as an element. So I wanted to add those, and I wanted to really get a closer look on this thing. And I made him sort of also here. I made him sort of like have a hard time pulling this lid off the sewer because man, have you ever tried to lift a sewer
right.
grill up?
Yeah,
It's
those
like,
things are heavy.
yeah, it's not just going to be like that, like lift it up real quick. So, and then I have a lot of Letraset screen tones from
Oh
Japan,
wow.
and I scan them all in as really um, high tiffs, and I just you can use them over and over again digitally, and so I just pop them in, um, and so that's where I
That's
got all
cool.
the stuff from. And I try to not do the dot effects because then you get that moire effect. Like I never know when it's going to print that way, and I just don't know how to do it. I'm sure there's a way to figure out how to make it print right. So I always just use like the texture ones. You know what I mean?
Oh, the texture ones never get that moray
They don't get the
or
moire
less
effect
than
because they're
fancy.
yeah, because they're not
Uh-huh.
in a pattern.
That's
So I've
good to
got a
know.
fade one and I've got a regular one, and I mostly only use those two.
There's been quite a discussion about the Mori effect and the Bende dots on our Discord.
Has there?
And
I haven't.
yeah,
Yeah, there's ways to figure it out. There's like certain sizes for certain print sizes, but I don't know.
a few people on Discord use Clip Studio, which offers the screen tone stuff, and you can
Yeah,
set it to different things. But I was thinking, like, why isn't there a formula or some algorithm that Clip Studio can use where it knows the size of your drawing, your size dimensions, so then it can
yeah,
like only so it'll limit you the use of screen tone, so you can't go
yeah.
too
There
big and you
really
can't go
should be.
too small.
I'm sure they're going to figure something like that out. But the problem I have with the Clip Studio screen tones is that they're too mechanical. They don't look natural
I,
to
huh?
me
I see.
because the real screen tones, they're every dot is unique. They're kind of different and they don't all print
Huh.
right. And so there's a feeling to it. I could be absolutely insane too, but
Great use of screen tone. So on
thanks,
your
man.
page. Yeah, dig it. And then yeah, page 9. Jimmy Mondo back with us again, really
Yes.
focusing on the circular motion of the sewer cap, and
Yes.
also like kind of having this because it's a sewer and like toilet and it almost has like a vertigo toilet flushing effect as
Mm-hmm.
well with the city.
Exactly. Down the drain.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's so perfect. and like it
It's really
makes the
cool.
original page mundane compared to now to this.
Well, it is mundane.
Yeah.
It's almost not necessary, but they do have to establish the city. It's like the only time they really show it, you know?
Right. Oh, yeah. Thanks for bringing that up too. Jimmy also mentioned that there was never a mention of New York in the original book, and this was
Mm,
Jimmy's way to include that with the NYC sewer on the sewer cap.
that is a very smart
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. I think probably just from this point up to this point, there was no mention of New York.
Hmm.
Maybe in the flashback scene where Splinter talks about all
Yeah,
that.
maybe that could have been established later or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then dummy me doubled this one up too. I don't know
Yeah.
how that happened. Oh
This one's a
well.
great page too because I enjoyed that the circular motion still retained here. The street, the actual street ground is almost framed in a panel with the
Mm-hmm.
buildings, and then the overall exposition is done in a fisheye lens, so there's still more of a roundness happening instead of a flatness happening.
Yeah. Yep. I wanted to get a different angle and make it a little bit more dynamic and then push away too to, and then shine
Yeah.
the light from this thing right on the sewer or right on the sewer
Oh
cap.
yeah.
So we're focusing on that.
Right. And then yeah, that spotlight is again another circle. We have two circles, but then this one circle is really focusing on that sewer cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I wanted to get. I had the idea of putting all kinds of like weird characters and stuff, like hiding in the shadows of from other properties.
Oh. Uh-huh.
It would have been kind of fun, but I was like, I don't have time for that. And it doesn't add anything; it's just weird. Which
Right.
I'm all for doubling down on the weird, but when there's time constraints.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
But I thought
totally.
this worked pretty well.
Great use of shades, great use of black and white too. And then the title treatment. It's almost like a title chapter
Oh,
break with that
right, right,
into the
right,
night.
right. Yeah,
Because now we're going down.
yeah, exactly. Um, hmm. I have a story that reminded me of a story, but I'm not sure I can share it because it might be under NDA. So I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here.
This page is Bill McAvoy taking another cartoony, exaggerated approach. It's
Mm-hmm.
very animated looking, but it
Yeah.
doesn't look like any of the other animated versions of these characters.
Right. I like how Splinter Rat Man is popping up um and doing all the talking and sort of like in front of it all and not redundant like it is over here. It wasn't necessary to have him in two panels.
Yeah, that's something to really pay attention to with the following pages. Just the use of reformatting the original stuff, especially with the dialogue. Just like notice how people change where they place the dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, great page. I love a good black letter page.
Yeah, I do too. Howard Chaykin would murder us.
Yeah, don't snitch. We won't snitch. Another
Okay.
Bill McAvoy page.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you can like see how he kind of uses the same elements but changes it up to his.
Yeah, he sort of gives us a different angle on things.
Exactly. He's pushing things out. Some characters pop out. Yes, like most of the characters are popping out of their panels.
Yeah, and this dragon is repeated almost verbatim. This is
Oh
kind of
yeah.
cool.
Hmm. Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to change everything if it's not broke.
No, 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 exactly. Okay.
I hate this guy. Subacore. Subacore is another
Yes.
person that can do no wrong. He knows uh, how to express characters, even though they're just standing, or
Yes.
even though in this case, even though a rat is just talking and reminiscing, like you can really see that rat reminisce. It
Yeah,
looks
there's
like he's
emotion in it.
reminiscing.
Mm-hmm.
The eyes are
Mm-hmm.
closed, the head's tilted, the hands
Yep.
are holding on to that tea like delicately.
Look at those
Even
faces.
more,
It's just
so much
what's that?
emotion. Oh no, sorry.
Yeah,
There's
there's so
just so
much
much
emotion
emotion
and
with the
and
faces.
and body language.
Hmm. Even
Mm-hmm.
the bottom one too. Look at the rat, like lifting his head up, mouth is
Mm-hmm.
open, talking. Yeah, I love it.
And then we have uh this is a double. So this got turned sideways, but
Right.
we can
Uh,
see still.
this this is Randy Barnes, and he was doing his version of this page as well, distilling it down to silhouettes. Again, noticing how he approaches dialogue, he just bunches it up in one section right there, and that's it. That's all you get. And
Yep.
then interpreting the people that are referenced in the story as portraits, like photographs.
Yes.
I thought that was interesting too.
Yeah. I mean, we sit down and we look at photographs. That's what we're doing. We're reminiscing.
Hmm.
So, you intuitively know that. And it reads really well.
Yeah,
Look at those faces. Come on. All right. Doot, doot, doot. There we go.
yeah, another great page by Silva. Um,
Yep.
the use of the Japanese characters when the characters are speaking, and then you get that great animated fight in the middle.
Yes. I love this. And it's like they're like gesture drawings,
Mm.
They're not super detailed. Um and so they just come across as just having so much fluidity.
Oh, most definitely. Even
And
at
then
this small, I'm seeing it smaller than actual size, and it still reads. I can still read it.
yeah. And then is this an actual translation? I wonder.
I believe so.
That'd be cool.
I think, but the last panel, there's more being said in the original than what Soba put. I think Soba just like
Right.
made a explanation.
Boiled it down. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
So good.
Wow.
Yeah, then doubled
And
up with Randy Barnes, and like this one, Randy really wanted to respect the the original dialogue, so he kept it all there, but he punched it all in the middle, pushed out all the drawings to the side,
to the
and
sides, yeah.
kind of still distilling like the moments in the imagery. Slight,
Yes.
slight collaging, blending, but another great page. Again, he put the Japanese characters.
Yeah, look at that.
And
That's funny.
they didn't know each other were going to do that.
I wonder what
Yeah.
cued them to do that.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's wild. Are they the same characters? No.
I,
No. D-
oh, it's not. Oh, it's not.
no, it doesn't look like it.
Oh, okay.
Because these two characters are the same,
Oh, right.
and I
Yeah,
don't see a
yeah.
repeated character here.
No. Oh, that's crazy.
That's wild. Huh. This is a really cool exercise. All right. So then,
Continuing on with the flashback, we have Nathaniel Osoyo, I think his pages work better side by side because of that rat character on this page. I believe it's going
Yeah,
to be on the left hand side. You have the rat on the right side of the page. The next page, you don't have to go to it yet, but the next page, the rat's going to be on the left side. So it's like doing this animated
I
thing.
got ya. Yeah,
Right?
they bookend
Particularly
each other.
here, you can see how Nathaniel's approach to the dialogue. Now he pushed all the dialogue to the sides, keeping all the energy in the middle, and then creating a collage-like uh, uh, visual with
Hmm.
without the panels. Right? It's kind of panel, but it's kind of collage.
Yeah, and then taking the rat and sort of doing it as with very little detail, so that you know
Yeah.
that it's sort of not involved in the rest of the collage and is speaking.
Oh, very good point. Yeah, I noticed it, but I didn't notice that's what he was doing. That's a great point.
And like you said, here we go, bookending it.
Right. Yeah. Now the rat is on the left hand side. I believe this is going to be the right page. And then now the dialogue is in the middle on the top, but then the dialogue helps the reader move through the page, and then by moving through the page, you go through the different images.
Right.
The dialogue is also following the cape as that dividing line.
Here, yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, way to lead. It's great.
Hmm. These pages are another favorite. Algofa.
Yeah,
We also
that was
got
great.
Algofa.
Yeah.
How can this book get any better? We got Algofa. Every panel is great, very cartoony. I love
Yeah.
the moments that he chose to capture in his panels. Great posing with the characters. The that rat finding ready to box that cat, and then that kid at the bottom panel, like crouching down to protect himself from the canister.
Yeah, it feels very like 70s Mad Magazine.
Yes, yeah, yeah, with the even sized panels.
Uh-huh, and the open panels.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Love it. Cool choice.
yeah. I love it. Another great sequence
Mhm.
of imagery here, and just the reinterpretation of the story of in these flashbacks where the rat finds the turtles, but in Algofa's, the rat is biting the turtle, thinking it's food.
Yeah. Yeah. He's testing it.
Yeah, and then again, the rat like watching the turtle grow and like getting all confused. The rat again like trying to use the toilet, but the baby turtles like follow him everywhere, even to the toilet, and he smacks one of them.
I love that he's got these like sharp, like shark teeth.
Yeah, it
Like
makes it
it
better. I
doesn't.
mean,
It pushes it into some weirdness. It's like clearly we know that it's a rat, but
and then paired with the dead eyes too, just those
yeah, 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 yeah.
unbelievable
Those are
dead
great.
eyes. Yeah, even he even changed some of the dialogue to make it more humorous.
Yeah, Splinter Pizza.
Yeah, yeah. Asshole pee pee.
Yeah. Yeah, what did they say? Radical Star Trek.
Yeah,
That's
they're not
funny.
saying that. Yeah,
Dun dun dun.
this is Sean Bean's Ash. Staying close to the original layout, but then the middle section he combines all the panels into one, really
Yep.
making the team look more cohesive as a group.
Yes.
Also adding that the bricklayer the brick texture is almost Eastman and Laird inspired, but if you look at the original pages, which we are doing, none of the bricks look like this, but later on they do. So
Sure.
I've been.
Sure.
I'll let you talk. I always keep talking about these.
No. We're doing good. We're doing good. I chime in when I need to. Now, check this out. This is a different interpretation altogether.
Yeah. Another page 18. Still keeping with the layout, but and still keeping with the 4 panels in the middle, but just rearranged and referencing the video game, referencing the old Playmate toys. It's a lot of reference things happening here, and
Yeah.
another way of collaging a page.
And it's like the video game.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. He even just still added that select your turtle right there too.
Yeah. Yep. I had a weird turtles came about in their popularity at a weird kind of time, weird age for me. I was kind of just on that edge of, okay, kid, it's time to stop playing with toys, when the toys were coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did have a couple. The Splinter was one, and I had like a Donatello, or no, it was a Leonardo that like spun his hand. And I think I had like the Baxter Stockman, and I think that was the only toys I had. And then I had to be like, all right, I'm done with toys until I realized, oh, you don't ever have to be. But and then the cartoon was out and stuff. But like my introduction to them was like going to the comic shop. They would have been, no, they would have been out for a long time already. But before the cartoon, it was like the role playing game that was always on the shelf.
Uh-huh.
So I think that was like my introduction to them.
Huh. That's
But
interesting.
but I watched the cartoon and stuff and always loved it. But like really I got into it because like my dad would go bowling on the weekends and I'd go with him, and the best game that was at the bowling alley was the Ninja Turtle game.
What a game. Great
So good.
animation. The style was good.
Yeah, I spent a lot of money on that thing.
Yeah. Well, it was a hard game too. I mean, it was done on purpose.
Yeah.
Really hard. That one and
But
The Simpsons were super hard.
Yeah. But yeah, I appreciate the nod to that here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely.
So this is okay. Here we
Another
go.
Beans drawing, page 19. That turtle on the roof. This is his interpretation, bringing back the brick texture. Really fun drawing. The inclusion of the clouds, kind of helping with complementing the bandana. You also get just that city fog smoke that just emanates from the streets.
Yep. That's great. And then I think we have another one. Yep. Here we go.
Yeah. This one's Sobacore calling out the creators in the graffiti.
Oh, cool.
And we also get like some blind superhero.
Oh
Poetry.
yeah, look at that.
And then
that.
we also get to see his grown up teenaged mutant hero here.
Yeah.
That was great to see. Getting to see this page is so cool.
Yeah, I really love the like more realistic, red-eared slider version of the turtle.
Mm-hmm.
It's such an, underused idea.
Right.
And those fingers.
Yeah.
Come on, go. Oops,
we need to get him on, and we need to promote his stuff.
Oh, his stuff's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, I try to get the word out as much as possible about people that I love, and definitely he's one of them.
I think I need to be his agent. These pages are Enki de Vargas. Uh, this again is another series of pages that will be repeated. But yeah,
Yes.
Enki has super quick lines. You can really tell, very energetic. He just gives enough attention to what he wants to pay attention to, and then he devotes more time to stuff that he really wants to get into.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand that. I feel that.
Mhm.
I'm not a delicate artist, you know. I understand it. I understand moving quick and getting it out there.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And then again here
Bones.
with Wolf Mungus, yeah, he chose to. I think he was like really trying to decide how to differentiate from the original page and from everyone else's pages here. So he decided to turn everyone into skeletons, and it works.
He made one uh, choice that I love a lot. It's the one that stuck out to me.
Mm.
Uh, oh, actually, never mind. Because I read it wrong. When it says down here, one on the left, they've all got to go, and then he just shows the one on the left. I kind of
Yeah, that's
instead of
good.
all of them.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that. Although when
Yeah.
I was originally going through it, I thought it said only one left.
Oh, I
And
see.
that made even more sense then, because then I was like, "There's only one left. Why are there two guys over here?" No, because you're an idiot and you read it wrong, you dummy.
That's funny.
And then what? We got another one.
And then we got Loch Ness coming in with their version of page 20, giving us another reference with Pizza Face in the
Pizza
background,
face.
and then changing up with the Burger Queen.
Yep.
So I think everybody kept that second panel black in the background too.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
And yeah.
Yankee, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's funny how people like it's fun to see how people like keep to it, and just to see if multiple people kept to uh, something from the original page.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Slight slight adjusting of the pose with the last panel turtle.
Mm-hmm.
But all great, very clean.
Yeah, really clean. I like it. It's almost like you know, like a black and white animation version
Uh-huh. Yeah,
with the colors. I like that.
exactly.
Whoop.
Yeah, and keep coming again with that energy,
Yeah.
keeping very close to the original page, but just laying over it what Enki would do.
I love the choice of these generic faces too. They're just, they're not people, they're just generic faces.
Right, they're nobodies.
Nobody. And even on the original, they're like this they're like these could be twins,
Yeah, right.
you know?
Yeah.
Until you get to this guy. And this guy has a slightly
Oh
different
yeah,
face.
right,
Still kind of generic, but
right. This one has hair. Oh, it has a
yeah,
nose too, I guess.
yeah, one has a nose and cheeks.
And we're back to with the
Okay.
skeletons with Wolf Mungus. We're really pushing that twins element now because
Yeah, yeah.
skeleton, and yeah, just having fun with it.
Yep. This skeleton has hair.
That skeleton has see the hair stayed. The hair's the thing that stayed.
And
Oh,
a
that's
store and a
great.
sword.
This one is Loch Ness again. He comes back, but
Hmm.
now he condenses. See, oh no, he still kept the same amount of panels, but he blows up the third panel where he introduces the mutant suplex instead of the regular attack that the turtle
Right.
does on the original page. And then I'm not sure, but I'm gonna say that last foot soldier is Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Let's say it is. I like it. I love this panel here with the lighting and the eyes.
yeah, yeah, very good. That was so good. Great spotlight.
And speaking of spotlights, this one too on the
Oh
mutant
yeah,
suplex, like a
right.
literal spotlight on it. I guess they are on top too, but that one really sticks out to me.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we moving on to page. Yes, 22.
22. Yeah, 22. This is Nicholas Kato bringing in very inspired by manga. So he's bringing that in, even the diagonal panel shapes, speed lines. I love the thing that manga artists do where they put like this lightning effect between two characters facing each other, kind of to create
Yeah,
that, I don't know, like an emotional impact happening.
yeah, and they did it by sort of like um, distressing the background, which is a
Hmm.
cool choice. It's like a chicken turtle almost. Like looks like here
Yeah.
the
I think
hair.
it's referencing a kappa, but I do like the hair because the hair is almost like a mullet.
Yeah,
Yeah, I dig
I
it.
love that. That's
And
great.
you also get a shredder too. Like, look
Shredded
how big the
shredder.
shredder. Yeah, and look how big that shredder is against the people that he's talking to. He almost
Yeah,
barely
yeah, yeah,
sees those
yeah,
people.
yeah. That's
It's that
like super emphasis.
yeah.
Like
It's
if
those
you don't,
manga emotions.
yep, totally. It's like a manga-ism. It's like
Mhm.
if you don't know that this is the big bad guy, well, now we're gonna
Yeah.
really shove it in your face. You got to read it like that. And look how wimpy Shredder looks in this one. He's
And the
got little tiny
original one.
shoulders. Like
Yeah.
that's really funny. I never noticed that. There's a lot of
Yeah, I
stuff in here
remember.
you don't notice unless you really
Oh
dissect it.
yeah. And then we have Sean Lenahan's version of page 22. Um, Very sharp angled lines he's using. He's doing that one
Yeah,
like tool technique. I don't know what it's called, where you can like draw with a selection. I don't know what it's called.
oh, is that what he's doing?
I think that's what he's doing.
That sounds like I hate doing that.
Yeah. He draws like I know, and then he draws like that. He draws like that.
Oh, good for him. I would go crazy.
They have that same tool on Magma. So on Wednesdays, I'll watch him. Like there was one time I was watching him draw. I was like, "Hey, how are you doing those lines?" Like, "Oh, you use this tool." I'm like, and I tried it out. I was like, how, who uses this? Like, for what purpose would you use this for? But he figured it
That's
out.
nutty.
He
Okay.
enjoys doing that. Isn't that crazy?
I feel like that who designed Metal Gear Solid?
Oh,
Um,
Hideo Kojima, but I forgot who the artist is.
right.
Duh, those
But I
OP.
feel like they might well, maybe not back then. There probably wasn't digital tools, but it looks like the same sort of
It's yeah,
shapes, you know?
it's similar to that. Yeah. Oh, you
And
know
I
what?
always thought it was just sort of like a chisel pen, but I guess when you're working digitally, there's a whole other world of tools
Different
available to
tools.
you.
Yeah. Sean is inspired by Ashley Wood.
Oh,
So
okay,
there's
that
a
makes
slight
sense.
element of that there here
I can
too.
see that. I can see
Mhm.
that.
Very
Okay,
good.
let's move in here.
Back to Nicholas Kato and the mangaisms that he does,
Yeah.
bringing in that great tone. This again, the Nicholas Kato pages that we are seeing are still a work in progress, but it's very close to being done, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can still read it. Yeah, it looks
Oh
great
yeah, yeah,
with the direction he's
definitely.
going in.
You don't even need the dialogue.
No,
You
I
just
almost
read.
like it like that.
Yeah, yeah, me too. Yeah.
Okay.
Back to Sean Lenahan's. He really he finished these two pages in one day.
With the
Um,
selection technique, that's
with
nuts.
that's yeah, with that, and again, here's another example of just boiling it down to the story to its essentials. And but Sean's version, he really wanted to highlight that letter
Yeah,
to
it's
whoever
important.
was helping. Right. Yeah. And we got a little
So does
smirk
he
on the back.
skip all the rest of this? Yeah, dialogue after.
Yeah. I yeah, I think he does.
Because maybe
You
not
don't really
important.
need it. I think yeah, at the end of that letter, like you know what's gonna happen next.
Yeah. Okay, great choice then.
Yeah. Another favorite page.
Yeah.
JG Alt World. Um, he really did not. He mentioned that he didn't want to draw the building. He
Yeah.
wanted to do something else.
Uh-huh.
And why not do it with a Jack Kirby homage?
Uh-huh.
And this is it. I love the turtle redesigns. I love the inclusion of that galactic being.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love the absurdity of it.
totally. Yeah,
And it
so
works with the
amazing.
style too, because like look at that turtle face. Look at those turtle
Yeah.
faces. Those busted teeth.
Yeah, so much character in
Yeah.
just one drawing. Also notice that the gray that he used is just one value of gray,
Yes, it
and
is.
that one value of gray pushes back
Mm-hmm.
stuff or defines certain things in the foreground, and like that's
That's some
all it needs.
skill. Mm-hmm.
I'm so envious that he figured that out. And this is another example of like this is the stuff that Marvel or DC or any or even like Image wouldn't do, right?
No.
If they were redoing like some anniversary, oh here's one example: Giant Size X Men. They redid it. They modern with modern artists.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with that. It came
Mm-hmm.
out not too long ago, maybe last year,
Like a year
but
ago, right?
they assigned again different artists for different pages, but uh, they had to tell the story and they had to draw the characters the way they looked in the original stuff. We don't have to do that because we're not them. And another thing is that I'll say it again because I called it out last time too. Lionel Yu, who was a long time Wolverine artist, they let like oh here like he's everybody knows Lionel Yu. He's doing Wolverine. Let's get him in a giant size X Men. They put him in giant size X Men. What page does he get? Cyclops crying to Professor X. No, it's just exposition shot, exposition
Come
story,
on.
dialogue. No Wolverine. Give the Wolverine artist a no Wolverine page.
They just don't know what they're doing over there. They're so out of touch with
Yeah.
what's
So it's funny
cool.
because sometimes they do, and then sometimes they don't. That remember that Strange Tales book that they had? They did two of them too.
Yeah.
Like Pete Bag and all those underground artists. Like, oh, that's a great. We're only
Yeah.
gonna do two. Like that's it.
Right. Yeah, they don't like to step outside of the box at all, and
That's
that's
weird.
where it's at. That's where all the excitement is. Anyways.
Yeah. All right. Next page. JG Artworld. JG Artworld continues the story, giving us a profile of the quote unquote building, and we get a
Yeah.
better shot of the turtles, and then we get his version of the Shredder.
Yeah.
And
Look at
JG
these freakish fools.
is still. Oh, I thought he kept. Yeah, I thought he had 2 panels. But yeah, he still kept it with the 2 panels.
Yeah. This almost feels like two because they
Yeah,
did have this thing cutting it in half.
yeah, yeah. That's what I thought it was. That's funny.
Yeah. Okay. This is great. That's a
This
great
one
little
is
homage.
June the Goon bringing in the Frank Miller's Dark Knight reference right there.
Yes.
Um, Doing his version of the Shredder and the Turtles, keeping close to the original page, but definitely rearranging those middle panels.
I
Yeah.
think that if I had saw this and also was asked to do this page just to, as something different, and seeing how big Shredder is and how like imposing he made him, which is awesome compared to how they made Shredder in the original. I think I would have gone the opposite direction and made him just this like extra skinny, wafy little weakling guy with like extended long arms.
Yeah. You know
But
what would be interesting too? I like that you brought that up because now it gets me thinking like, what if we remixed our own remix?
remix the remix, yeah. That'd be funny.
Great page.
And
Another
then
page, Black Gutters. You get like that. You again, a better
wait, let me
view
get on my page.
of
There we
that
go.
huge shredder.
Yeah. June stuff is great. Look at that.
Yeah, so much
Look at those
energy.
lines.
He knows, he likes to add smoke, and he knows that how it works, and he makes it work every time.
Yes, it really adds to the movement of the whole thing.
Yeah.
This is digital, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I could almost be fooled into thinking it wasn't, because the brushwork is got elements of, I hate to compare people to other people, but really, like I feel like Paul Popey movements in the smoke and in the brushwork.
Oh yeah.
And I feel Charles Burns brushwork in the feet and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Not that June's stuff looks like that. June's doing their own thing, but I can feel elements of that. It's cool.
Yeah.
And then we got another interpretation of the same page.
Right. This is correct. This is Chris Crass doing his version, really making it a shredder page by.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That shredder motif pattern in the middle panel. That vein, the message in the vein in the first panel.
yeah.
And then even the blades. Just look how ridiculous those arm blades are. I mean, all the blades are ridiculous.
Yeah. Like you could almost give this shredder a hug and be okay. But this one you don't want to go anywhere near.
No, yeah, exactly. I love it.
And I love the showing of all the arms, the weapons.
Yeah, they're ready to fight.
That's really great.
And then once again, to fit page count,
yes,
I brought in just break it down again. Black, where the characters are in reference to the panels, and then just highlighting the different poses at the bottom.
Yeah, I like to see it like this.
Mm.
Oh.
And then we come back with Chris Crass doing the next double page spread.
It's hard to get both of them on here at the same time. So let's just kind of analyze the left side and then the right side. So didn't really go with the same composition at all, but it still feels like it. It's at a different angle of the building. You got people in the foreground here, the turtle in the foreground here, where, they kind of had the foot in the foreground over there.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just saying, I think that the turtles themselves, are in the same sort of position. Nope, they're not. Never mind. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, they're almost in the same place. Oh no, they are. They're kind of in the same place if the camera was just like moving.
Yeah.
But he also did include, because a lot of the later elements of the turtles, like the pizza eating, the skateboarding, didn't come till later, right? Didn't come
to the cartoon and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris decided to bring in that pizza element where there's a pizza for every turtle.
There is a pizza for every turtle.
Yeah, they're interacting with the pizza slice differently.
Yeah, through the throwing the side through the pizza.
Right.
I love this, just dripping it in the mouth.
Yeah, I like that one too. And I love that he included it because, like, it doesn't make sense that there's pizza there, but it also
No,
does make sense that there's pizza
nothing about this makes, well, I mean, it does make sense, but nothing about it should be,
there.
you know? It's the weirdest property ever.
It is. It
And we all
really is.
showed up for it in a big
Yeah,
way.
yeah. I I think that's just the best.
Okay, whoa.
Coming in with something different. This is Quartacular's page. But yeah, page 30.
Page
This
30.
uh, I love the mark making that Quartacular did here. The
Yes.
very textured characters with those lines, the very thick outline contours, and the perspective of the arrows and the swords like really make this page dynamic.
Yeah. I'm trying to look and see. It's like almost like a, they're just using like one
Mm,
one pen on the whole thing.
that's what it looks like. Yeah, yeah, I'll agree with that. I think that's what he's doing. He's also redone the dialogue where every piece of dialogue is just saying turtle.
Yeah. Almost like your page holders.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. And again, like that was something that. Well, you know what? I did see his page, but I wasn't thinking about it when I included it into the page holder stuff.
Well, I like it. You don't need to know what they're saying.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, you don't.
And then
And
here's another
then,
representation.
right, this one's Mike Castro doing a very detailed. He has a very detailed style, and
Mm-hmm.
here's his reimagining of the turtles, where like you see all the wrinkles. You see every piece of that shell, the weapons. You see every piece of those weapons. Like you can almost feel what these characters look like.
I'm a big fan of drawing skin folds
Mm.
and like wrinkly mouths like that. And it just makes things weird. It makes sense when it's a turtle.
Yeah,
It's a great design.
yeah, it does. I love how the black is all on the panels in the background.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Mhm. And this one, another pitch 30, but this one done by Victor Alpi, another Inky Knuckles
Mm-hmm.
artist. And this one is work in progress, but you can see where this page is going. Just look
Yep.
how mean that Raphael is.
Yep. Another
Yeah,
artist who just has so much energy in the line.
yeah, most definitely. Great use
Oops,
of
got some
black and white. Mm.
got some ink on the page there.
Ooh,
Whoop. That ain't gonna stop him.
no, yeah, there's no stopping Victor. Yeah, so good. And then Quartacular coming back with page 31, staying true to the panel layout, but
Mm-hmm.
again, he has a very distinct character design, so you're
Mm-hmm.
not mistaking this for anybody else.
Mm-mm.
That last panel, I love the last panel in the original book, and I love the last panels in our book. And then he also included or changed Shredder to be a Cyclops. I have no idea why. I think it's a reason to the Technodrome, but I don't know if that's
Oh,
definite. It's slight, and if it is, it's very slight, and I don't think that was the intention. I don't know. I'm into it though.
yeah, I'm into it too because why not?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And the line, so he just says turtle in here, but the actual line is I see too that they have left their mark with my one big eye.
Maybe that's what that's referencing. Because
Maybe.
he only needs that one eye.
Maybe he's just a genius and we can't comprehend what's going on in his mind.
And then we're back with Mike Castro. Look how where Chris Crass was like making the shredder very shreddery. Chris Crass and this silhouette is another very pointy, unhuggable shredder.
Yes. I
If you
love
look
that
at the
design. I would
uh,
hate to draw it for an entire book.
yeah, I think that's why he chose. It's kind of like a smart way of like showing what the character would look like, but then
Yeah.
hiding it in the silhouette. But then he kind of gives us a reveal with the close-ups of the Shredder, where he's all armored up. You see no humanity at all. It's just metal
Yeah.
that piled on top of metal. And then look at Castro's last panel, where
Mm-hmm.
it's so indiscernible, but you can still pick out like who's who, but you still have to like work through it.
Yeah.
Just
It's just a
piled
massive
with
muscle and weapons.
exactly.
That's great.
And then Victor Alpi.
Victor
If you
again.
Yeah, if you go to the remake, I'm not telling you to, but if you later on go to the remix, he updated a newer work in progress,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's still good. I mean, even already here, the intensity with those eyes.
Well, everybody watching this is going to going to back the Kickstarter, so they're going to get to see it,
Oh yeah,
in its finished
exactly.
form.
That's correct. Correct, Chris. Very
But yeah, you
good.
can see where he's going with it and the way that
Yeah.
he panels.
Oh, and then again, that last panel that he did, when you see it, you're
Hmm.
gonna be blown away.
Okay.
That page 32, 32 and 33 are my assigned pages. I wanted to do the 9 panel grid. I think the original page was.
Are you there? Did I lose?
Oh no, I'm here. Yeah,
Um,
yeah. So I
yeah,
decided
dude.
these are my pages. I decided to do a 9 panel grid. The original pages were just 6 panels. I wanted to do 9 panel grid. I'm still fairly new in comics, so I need to. I still think I need to like figure out the uh, the rudimentary parts of layouts and composition. So I will
Hmm.
stick with vertical horizontal panels. I'm slightly changing it a little bit with later pages, but here I can still like have some play, have characters pop out of their panels just to make
Yes.
it a little bit more in your face rather than staying inside the panel lines.
Yeah. If you look at my books, most of my pages are uh, very rudimentary panel
Mm,
layouts. And my philosophy is that when you're telling the story, you keep it like that until it's absolutely necessary, and it builds up to the crescendo where you start making things, because readability is the first thing that you
right,
have to focus on, because you get a
yeah,
lot of people who every single panel is something's busting out and the panels are this, and it's just a conversation that
right,
two characters are having. It's like,
yeah,
well, it's not a very, a regular conversation doesn't have to be exciting. It's not supposed to be exciting.
yeah. I
But
totally
yeah,
agree. I
yeah.
totally agree.
But this is great because you're finding this balance where you just have the 9 panel grid, which is perfect for pacing, but then you have where it's needed things popping out,
Yeah, I
and you
think
have
it's a
something
little.
popping out on every panel, don't you?
I
Yeah.
try to, yeah. It's a little
Yeah.
bit too exaggerated, but hey, this is this story, so I think it's okay. Also, notice too that there is no blood here. People are getting hit, but it's a phenomenon or an anomaly where these turtles are getting hit by blades, but no one's really getting cut.
Right.
Look at the one at the bottom middle. Like he got slashed through his throat. He's still alive.
On this one here.
The no, on my page on the
Oh, on
bottom
your page.
middle, yeah, where he gets
Oh
hit
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
right.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like, he should be dead, but he's not. It's video game logic.
Yeah, yeah. His windpipe is definitely crushed. Oh, he's got blades there.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh man.
Here's page 32. Uh, Referencing again, I think Nathaniel did it first, but here's my version of it where I included. Oh no, no, no. My version is the Turtle Arcade intro where there was like 4 panels that they would come in and they would be highlighting each turtle.
Yeah.
So I used the same pose, but then because to continue the story element, I put Shredder in the middle or a portrait of Shredder in the middle, and he's berating the turtles, and then going back to the original story where uh, the turtle yells and slashes Shredder.
Now there's blood.
Now there's blood because that's the we need to see that happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, that is awesome.
Then
Okay.
we have Adam Jones continuing the fight. Um, Keeping close to the original layout, definitely changing the first one to include a silhouette of the full figure.
Uh-huh.
You get some like there's like some type of like Dorito down there. That's weird. Instead of Dorito, a Dorito tail.
Oh yeah. um the thing that stuck out to me with the original page was all the negative space that they left.
Yeah,
It's kind
yeah,
of weird, especially with him throwing the stars like this. This
right.
is
And it's still inside. It's staying inside the panel. Adam chose to like, hey, push it out.
it's not even inside the panel. It's just not emphasized that much. It's weird.
Yeah.
Why
It
leave
is
all this
misplaced.
space? Well, no.
I don't know.
And then we got another version of the same page.
Yeah. This time vertical. Randy Barnes coming in again, retelling the story, still keeping the same number of panels, but changing it up slightly where he makes it fit inside the vertical layout, eliminating the negative space that you mentioned before.
Right.
But yeah, just really distilling it down to the essentials. Who's fighting, who's talking, who's reacting.
And are these the final pages? They're not going to be cleaned up or anything, right?
This is it. Yeah. For Randy,
Good.
yeah. I
I like
chose,
to see the pencil and all that.
I think that helped it because it makes it just a little bit more genuine and authentic to
Yeah.
Randy's
Yep.
lines. Yeah.
That's cool. And this
Back
is the
again with,
next
yeah,
page, right?
correct. Yes. Coming back with Adam Jones, really filling it out with his layouts, with his compositions, and continuing on that turtle fight.
Yeah. So this makes total sense to have the size come out.
Yes,
I'm surprised that he didn't do it here.
great choice. Yeah, and then also you notice that he added that um, negative space on top just to
Mm-hmm.
emphasize that side even more.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right. Coming back with
Whoop,
Randy
whoop, whoop, whoop.
Barnes, another vertical page, a turtle versus that bad guy, use of the white and the black to create the characters.
Mm-hmm. And the way that it's scanned, it almost makes a wash with the marker.
Yeah.
That's cool. We're getting there. We're getting there. God, this is just baffling. Now that you told me that, like, that technique.
That selection tool thing. Sean Lenihan. These are his assigned pages. So we see kind of a DeLuca effect at the bottom with the fading of the turtle motion. A lot of hard impact hits happening here as well, and then and the inclusion of screen tone.
Yeah.
Black, another black page, another Sean Lenihan page. Distilling down the elements of the story, highlighting more of the shredder, and then giving us some exposition with the moon and the city.
Yeah. It's more dramatic effect in these last two panels.
And
he kind of boiled these two into one, right? Oh, actually boiled these two into one.
Yes, yeah.
And these two, yeah, it's really interesting choices there. I love this city in the background with the sun.
Yeah, it's great.
Moon or whatever it is.
Yeah, and it's all he used the screen tone for that. Right, to push it back.
Yeah, yep, and then cut it out, right? Come on. It's being testy on me now. 38.
Page 38, Neil Ewing coming in, bringing in his style of the turtles. Neil Ewing was the first one. I think Neil Ewing might have been one of the last original people to sign up for this project, but then also the first person to turn
him in.
Yeah. Making us all
sometimes it works that way, you know.
Making us all look bad. And yeah, he came in with these pages, bringing in the screen tone, readjusting some of the posing of the characters, really like making those turtles look heavy at that last panel.
Yeah.
And then resting on the the edge of the roof. I dig it. I love his stuff.
I taught at a preschool for like 18 years, and we had this giant sulcata tortoise out in the yard. And the thing probably weighed, I don't know, 200 pounds. I mean, it took at least two people to lift it and move it when it got out of its enclosure. And just thinking about that and thinking about what size these actual Ninja Turtles would be, these guys would weigh like 1,000 pounds easily. So yeah, adding some weight to these guys makes sense.
That means that they have to be the most skilled ninjas if you can't hear that much.
Well, you know, elephants are silent, so
that's true. Elephants are the ninjas of the jungle.
That's right. Kinda. They even got, you know, weapons and.
They do. Here we are with Neil's great segue. Speaking of elephants, let's go to page 39. Here's Neil's version of that page, bringing in more of the. We get to see more of the turtles, the way he redesigned the faces. Still changing it up with like eliminating the close-up, showing more of the turtle face in that second panel. Keeping close to the bottom panels, but you know, slight close-up of that last panel.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like it. And and
And then another pinup for from Sobacore depicting the last page of the story. Uh, he's now we get to see more of the turtles. Um, it also gets meta too because on that left wall there's a Sewer Boys ad using Brunson's pinup artwork. There's also posters on the right side referencing Akira.
yep,
You get there's tagging in the back wall with TMNT, and there
and a
might
turtle
be
here.
other references as well. Oh, you found some other stuff.
There's like a turtle here. Yeah, you
Oh
really got
yeah,
to look close.
yeah. And I think that I wonder what that. I,
I don't know
I'm
what
thinking
that
that
is.
turtle's that popsicle thing, but maybe it's not. Yeah,
Yeah, you can look at this for a while. Because look, there's
yeah.
even an action figure down here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The feet.
So cool.
Yeah. And
And
I love
then
the I don't know if okay, so this is meant to be like glasses, I see. Okay. But I
oh
just love
yeah,
the eyes that's sticking out and like you can see like the you know that the iris is set back and there's like the clear,
yes, yeah.
jelly in front of it, It's
Great,
like,
great choice. I
so
like how they're
good.
all smiling too.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we just we just
Well, they
finished
can't
our
not smile. It's just
masterpiece.
their face. They just have a turtle face. you know?
They're just staring at us.
Yeah.
I dig it. I dig it. And because we started with Bob's first page, we're going to end with Bob's last page.
Very cool.
Uh, this is his interpretation of that page 40. Now he changes the angle of the camera. Now we're seeing the other side where now the turtles are running away, uh, complementing the dialogue, fading away into the night.
Hmm.
But then the background is not New York, but it's Long Beach. I believe we're on
Yep.
Alamitos Avenue.
Hmm.
We're overlooking that one Long Beach, that famous Long Beach hotel that I do not know
Yeah.
what the name of is,
I
but
don't
yeah,
know the name of either.
we all know it. Yeah, but it's
Yep.
there, and that's the one. Yeah, he made sure to include some reference to Long Beach.
It's Long Beach. That's a great idea.
Hmm. Great choice.
And so that's the end of the remix pages, right?
That is correct, Chris. Yeah,
All
so
right.
moving
So
on. Oh, okay,
we
yeah,
can.
we can yep, do that.
All right. So now we're on to
Mm,
pinups.
correct. We have there's going to be a relatively big pinup section, starting off with Raymar Brunson coming in with Krang. I believe him and he was the first one to join, and he chose to bring in some pinups. This one with Crane, very reminiscent of that one Transformers Shockwave cover. I don't know if you're familiar with
Yes.
Marvel.
Yep.
There's that Shockwave cover where it says Transformers are all dead.
Hmm.
It wasn't referencing that, but that's what it reminded me
It feels like it.
of. Yeah,
That's a cool one.
Black Shadow. And then, yeah, Raymar bringing it in again with a Baxter Stockman, a redesign by Raymar.
Yeah. It's a cool redesign. So at first I thought, looking at it, that this was a pupil, but it's actually like a dread hanging off.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, I noticed that too.
That's a neat design with the like almost like a human skull underneath.
I appreciate everyone's
Ah,
enthusiasm for the project too. Because when I made that call out for, hey, I think we need more pages, like people just like came in like, I want to do one. I want to do one. We got like multiple pinups from the same artist, uh, and that would be Raymar. This one is Neil Ewing, the guy that trimmed his pages first, coming in with a Rocksteady and Bebop, or Bebop and Rocksteady right here.
yeah, yeah.
I
Such
dig
weird
it.
characters. I love them.
Yeah. And then
I love this.
this one is Bob Courtesy turning letting Gamera be a Ninja Turtle.
Yep,
The I
makes
think it's
sense.
kanji. The Japanese characters up top pronounce Kawabunga.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's
I love it.
what Bob mentioned. Yeah. It only fits that Gamera would be a honorary turtle, Ninja
Oh
Turtle.
yeah, they all combine to form him.
Oh, yes.
They're
There we
like
go.
meat Zords.
That's the name now.
That's
When they
great.
combine. This one is like the most badass shredder I've ever seen in my whole entire
Yeah,
life.
yeah, he's
This
really
one is
cool.
by Mike Ha. The only time I saw a shredder with tattoos, like how come that hasn't happened before?
Yeah,
And if it has, it hasn't looked as badass as this. And we still get some signs of the turtles with
yep,
the ninja stars.
yeah.
Great page.
Come on,
Let's go.
look at
Come
that
on. Here we
face.
go. Sean
Look at that.
Lanahan coming in with April O'Neil, getting a little bit like cutesy with the turtles and Casey Jones, but I don't think we're looking at those characters.
No, Casey, who, where, what?
Yeah,
This is just a great illustration.
great. And then the dynamism with the diagonal lines.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Exactly, and it's a great angle on her
Hmm.
body too
Yes, yes, I totally agree.
with this ad.
And we're in the ad section of the pinups. This one is by Mike Castro. I believe this is the first uh, drawing that he did for the project. He really wanted to do ads, so he chose to do this. It's Ooze Soda, I believe.
Mmm.
Yeah, yum yum. I
They're
wonder what that
missing a
tastes
huge
like.
marketing opportunity with the movies.
Oh yeah, we'll pitch
Make
it
it
to
an
them.
energy drink, get some influencers to cart it around, and you got something.
Yeah, we can make it like, also like slightly gel-like, so
Yeah,
it
it
can
has to
fit
be a little,
through.
yeah, viscous.
Yeah. And then another ad, this time for Super Boy's Pizza. He
Love the
also,
coupons.
Mike was so gracious to include some coupons to,
Yes.
get us some discounts. Appreciate it, Mike. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, you can turn those in at your local pizza shop.
Yeah,
They'll take them.
buy the book and then cut it out.
Yeah, comes with coupons.
We got another ooze ad. This time for sewer ooze ice cream, tangy, tasty turtle from Nathaniel
Mm-hmm.
Osorio. You also get a sewer tap coin if you buy
Yeah.
popsicle. How many have you had those? How many of those have you had? Those turtle ice creams.
I had one or two in my life.
Yeah, yeah.
You hear the ice cream man coming down the street. Probably had
This.
more Pink Panthers than I had those, but
Oh yeah, dang! I forgot about the Pink Panther. Yeah, that was before the turtles.
yeah. And Mickey Mouse too.
Mickey Mouse, yes, with the blue ears.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This time we have JG Art World coming in with his version of another version of his of a turtle. Very different from the previous pages.
Yeah.
I love the four bandanas.
Yeah.
What a great choice! It's either a DeLuca effect and or a reference to the four turtles, or
Yeah.
like the Shredder Gauntlet thing happening. I really want this to be a figure. Uh,
Yes.
how can we make that happen?
Right. Who makes figures out there? Come on, 3D people.
Yeah, so we gotta put the call out. Oh shit, this one really got to me. Uh, this is yours.
This is mine. Here's
I
the
love it.
original. It's going to be
Oh yeah,
small on the
take a
screen,
look
I'm
at it.
sure, but there's the original.
Done traditionally. Yeah, I'd love to hear more about this.
I I was trying to figure out what to do that other people might not, and going into it blind, I had no idea. And so I Googled weirdest Ninja Turtle action figure, and this guy came up, Worm.
One of my favorite
Um,
figures.
yeah. So I had to draw this guy. So I just kind of picked an odd angle and I decided to do an ink wash on it. And then I did go in and do some with some of my um, files of traditional screen tones. I did go and put some on him just so I could kind of push and pull, do some more pushing and pulling because it was a little bit muddy the way that it was originally visually. Just to separate like the tentacle from the water and things like that, and really make the eyes bulge by putting some, a little bit of tone on the skin.
Yeah,
But
with all that texturing, those eyes still bulge. I love that you included the accessories. Did he have a worm sidekick?
He didn't have a worm sidekick, but his hair looked like it was made out of worms. So I just had one coming towards the camera and with a eye patch, kind of give it some character. I figure all of these are worms.
What a great addition to the character.
Such a weird character.
He was in the cartoon too, but it didn't look as cool as this. The toys were the things that really got to me as far as Turtles went. I wasn't really into the comic; it was black and white, and I was stupid kid. The cartoon was cool, but it was a very cartoon version of what those things were. The toys like blended it in kind of between the comic and the cartoon, where it was more detailed versions of these characters, and you really sold it here with all that line work. How much is that piece going for? You don't have to say, but you guys sold that piece?
Yeah, I'm gonna sell it. I don't know, probably $350.
Okay, there you go. You heard it first. Go hit them up.
And then I did my version of Krang.
Getting all psychedelic with the background. Love that 1980s, 90s triangle motif at the bottom with all that psychedelic technical lines happening.
I'm a huge Sergio Topi fan, and I really love his compositions, and he always has just some sort of random shape kind of holding everything together. So I decided to kind of try it here and see how it worked with this triangle, and then just throw some, random textures and shapes. I love texture in my work.
I can tell, yes.
And so, that's kind of where the triangle came from, just to kind of tie it all together.
It's a great balance with that X as well. X being the small shape, the triangle being the bigger shape, bouncing all out.
Right.
And then you have the overlay with the bigger shape, right, being the crane,
right,
the crane android body. What I also appreciate, or what I also was thinking too, when I was talking with Comic Jerk. Are you familiar with Comic Jerk? I was talking to him earlier, and I was saying, like, if this was the boss, if this was a boss in the arcade game, I think those nipples would be like the hit points.
Yeah. Yeah. I try to any chance that I get to push weirdness, I'll do it. And like bumpy, dark, giant man nipples tend to make people feel uneasy. I don't know why.
You can't help but like bring your focus to it too.
Yeah, and skin folds.
Oh yeah, I want to mention that too. Yeah, a great example of your love of wrinkles and skin folds.
And then he has these things that are almost like gills or something.
Yeah, is that what they are to you?
I don't
know what that is. But you can't.
But I put some textures under them and made them darker to kind of emphasize it. They're like, I don't know, they're mouths or gills or what. I don't know. He's just such a weird character, and he's got these short, stubby arms.
Yeah,
that don't work, and his body might be proportionate if you took out this middle section and put it together.
I wonder
Not
if that might have been the original intention.
Maybe
of the old design.
So this is
Huh.
the original. I got the original here of that
Oh
too.
yeah.
Doesn't have the psychedelic stuff.
Uh-huh. The
Um,
psychedelic stuff, that's another screen tone you scan?
that's a screen tone. I
Oh
actually
wow.
have not used that screen tone yet
Oh
physically
wow.
on any commissions or anything. I've got one sheet of it, so I want to really make sure it's special when I use it. You know.
Oh yeah, totally.
So
That's
yeah, that was
cool.
fun.
I
So
appreciate. Yeah, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I did these pinups before I did the pages because when I signed up, there weren't any pages left. And
Right.
then you put a call out saying these pages might not, you know, have any artwork for them. You know, put your name next to them
Right.
and sign up. So
Yeah.
there was those two pages back to back, and so I just hopped
Mhm.
on those.
Yeah, totally appreciate it. Yeah, when the people that weren't assigned but they asked to join, you included. When you guys asked to join, I didn't want initially. I didn't want to put the call out to like, hey, do you want to do pages too? Because I didn't want. I was trying to respect everyone's time. Like,
Of course.
I don't want. Yeah, I don't want to get all this free work from everyone. All as well that there was a the original people had 4 months to work on their assigned, all their pages. And it was like, oh well, Chris asked me like, I don't know, probably like 3 weeks ahead of the launch day. I was like, well, I don't want to like, hey, you want to do more pages like in less time, like disregarding everything else like that you're going through.
Well, I looked at it like this. It's no matter what you do with these things, there's going to be somebody who's going to want to buy the originals
Oh yeah, yeah,
because it is what it is. And
yeah.
so I was like, yeah, I'll absolutely do it. I can put it in my
Oh,
folder that I bring to conventions, or I can pop it up on my website and somebody will snatch it up. So,
oh
you
yeah.
know, it was for free in a way, but also not in another.
Right. Yeah. That just shows that you're very practical.
Man, I do this for a living. I have to survive and eat. You come up with all sorts of creative ways to justify things and make them work.
Can you do a video where you just like show how practical, like just give us practical tips on how to
So how I
go
scheme.
about it?
It's basically what it is. Uh,
Here we have Loch Ness bringing in a
yeah.
Splinter pinup. We don't really get to see Splinter fight a lot.
Mm-mm.
And this time
It's
he
badass.
gets to do it again here with those foot soldiers. Yeah, badass.
Love it.
Hmm.
Love the grayscale that they put
Yeah,
into it.
yeah. Really pushing out those uh, ninjas.
Yeah, the line work, if you took all the tones out, the line work would be really, really simple. And it's
Yeah.
all almost a single weight on all of
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
But you put in the gray tones and it becomes a whole other thing. I
Right.
really love it.
And another weirdie, you might have seen this in that list that you looked up.
Yeah.
This one's
Yep.
Scumbug, and
Scumbug.
Loch Ness stayed pretty true to the original toy design, even down to the accessories. One of the accessories was a cockroach. It was like a little like series of cockroaches that he could hold, and he could like put it around his body.
Wow.
Uh,
Yeah, that's a gross one. I was gonna do pizza face, but
oh
I'm
yeah,
glad somebody else did pizza face. So
exactly. Yeah. Another weird design. So weird. I don't.
what a
I
weird
think he
character.
appeared in the. I think he did appear in the cartoon, but I think this might have been just a Playmates character design. Like this never appeared in the comic. Like
Right.
in the
Yep.
Mirage stuff.
And it's
So,
probably one of those instances where they made the toy first and then it showed up in the cartoon
yes,
later.
exactly. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think some friends of mine wrote the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, uh, one of the recent TV shows, and they made
Oh,
Pizza Face into an actual pizza with a face.
oh yeah. I love that cartoon.
Yeah, so he
I
kind
mean,
of
I'm still a fan. That 2012 Turtles. This
yeah.
one was by
This one
Sean
here.
Bean Dash. The Pizza
Oh, the
Factory.
pizza face.
The Sean
Oh,
one.
okay.
And then here we have the next one, Joshua Green. The only person smart enough to accept to do 2 pinups, but turn them into a double page spread.
Yeah, it's pretty smart. Get to tell a story and,
Mm-hmm.
you
He
know,
figured it out.
and
He
take up some
figured
real
out,
estate.
he figured out how to be in the remix by not telling the story that we were all doing.
Yeah. And look at all these Mausers.
I know. He drew so much. I mean, although like I think some of them might have been repeated, but if you can do that and make it
Yeah.
look convincing, that's all you need to do. And then this, if you can tell, that's Baxter Stockman.
Right here.
Yeah, is the character that they're facing. Yeah, that one with the face. Those two
Oh,
bulbous things
yes.
are
The
the fly
eyes.
eyes. Yeah.
And his face is in between. That's
So
gross. I love it.
he loves doing the body horror stuff.
Oh,
And
I
he
love it
figured out how to
too.
do it here. And then he still gets to
That's
read this on the
fantastic.
turtles. I love it. I can't wait for people to see it in person.
Yeah, that's really great.
This one is Philip McVan doing another kind of obscure, but not obscure to the fans, character with Fugitoid. I believe this was like the other book that Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird were trying to make big.
Yes.
Um,
Before
see,
Turtles.
before Turtles, yeah, correct.
Mm-hmm.
And Philip still included the Turtles. He also included Fugitoid's accessories in the background. I love it.
That's awesome.
The interaction with the turtles and the Fugitoid, that fungal growth thing happening.
Yeah.
I did. I posted this on my TikTok to promote the book, and I got flagged. I think because there's a growth on his face.
Really?
Yeah. This is I posted all the other promotions that I had for the book on TikTok, and this was the only one that got flagged.
Weird.
Isn't that weird? It's not even a human face; it's a robot.
No. You can't do Last of Us TikToks, I guess. Then
This another favorite of mine. This is Valley Dweller doing a Casey Jones, super exaggerated perspective with the tunnel. You get to see a little tiny glimpse of the turtles in the
Yep,
background.
back
The
here,
tunnel.
silhouetted.
I
Got a
love that
mouse up
highlight
there.
Yes.
Yeah,
Great piece.
that's really cool.
Another pinup by Randy Barnes, just having fun with the turtles. It's almost kind of like a quick strip of panels here happening.
I love that.
And then a newer pinup that I received recently, Sewer Boys, Leonardo by Bill McAvoy, utilizing the logo that Bob created, referencing the second, the first page, second panel, where the
Mm-hmm.
turtles pose. Great stuff again. The background's cool.
Yeah, I love that.
Another Randy Barnes having fun with that turtle design, utilizing or including the Sewer Boys title. I don't know what those characters are saying at the bottom, but
Well, maybe somebody will comment.
yeah. Let us know in the comments below. Help make sure to hit that like button and smash that ad. Do you do that? What's yours? How do you say
What's
it?
that?
How do you say your? I don't know. What do you?
Oh, the end thing where you talk about like and subscribe and all that stuff. I don't know. I think I made a video that I just attached at the end where I say the same thing over and over again, very
smart.
poorly.
Yeah. Here's my series of pinups. that I originally did for Ringside-thology, hosted by Eli Schwab
Eli.
at the
Yeah.
Cartoonist Kayfabe. Do you know Eli?
Yeah, I know Eli really well. We're good friends.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I met him
Yeah.
at I met him the first time at Meltdown Comics when they were still doing that Meltology.
Oh
Did you ever
yeah,
do those?
yeah. I never did one. That was
Oh,
my shop though, because I worked not too far from there. So on
oh,
Wednesdays I'd pop in there when
yeah.
I still bought comics at the shop on Wednesdays.
You, you know, I didn't go there all the time, but we might have ran into each other at one point. There was one
There's no
time
way that we haven't.
where, right, yeah, especially you
Yeah.
in LA and I'm here in Lakewood. But there was
Yeah.
like one time they had me. I don't know. I forgot the owner's name, but he hit me up. I was like, "Hey, you want to do 50 convention style sketches on these Transformer hardcovers?" I was like, I wasn't gonna say no. I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it."
Yeah.
So I did them.
Gaston was his name or something like that?
Gaston, yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he hit me up. I was like, "Oh, really? You just want me to do it?" I wasn't even part of the book. He just wanted drawings in the book. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if they sold it in the store or he sold it somewhere else, but
It's
yeah.
or got original art on it. It's got to be worth
Yeah,
something,
so
right?
yeah, so that was General Track. We got another. Here's another Scumbug. He
Nice.
was a favorite.
Yeah, he's cool.
Uh, yeah,
You got that slick eye thing going on too. I love
he really
that.
does. Yeah, we got that. The next one is the Metaluna mutant version of Raphael. This was based on the old Playmates toys. Playmates had a license with Universal Studios, and they used their monster designs and combined it with the
I
turtle
remember that.
characters. Yeah, one of my
Yeah, that's
favorite
really
ones.
cool.
Yeah, I love it. I love that toy design. And then this one is Slash, originally used in Jared Cody Wolf's summer special, the his TMNT
Yes,
fanzine.
I just picked
Uh,
that up actually at Heroes Con.
oh, oh, okay, yeah, cool. So you got to see the colored version.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah,
I might actually do
all.
a video on that book
Oh, nice.
because I did with my He-Man bootlegs. I covered the
Oh,
first summer
yes.
special. I talked about it, and so I was like, well, I can't. I'll probably do a flip through, and this book actually shows up physically, and then do that one too.
Are you going to continue that uh, He-Man stuff? I had one
Yeah,
going
yeah, I am
too.
continuing it on my Patreon. You got to sign
Oh,
up to my Patreon.
there you go.
You will get physical copies of my book as well as see the progress as I'm creating it.
Very cool. What's your Patreon?
Chris Anderson Comics.
There you go.
Everything is Chris Anderson Comics.
Oh, you're lucky. You get to keep all that.
It's long. It's long though.
Oh, yeah. It's memorable.
I got the most generic name in the business, man. It's tough.
You got to put the comics at the end then.
Yeah.
But then they'll know. And then here
Right.
we go. We have the last page. Not the last page. The back cover. We get the Sewer Boys logo, designed by Bob Kurthy. Um, a really great image. This was only going to be used for the sticker. Bob suggested it as the back cover. I wasn't gonna say no, and because this is the way to get that image in the book.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so whenever anybody orders the book, they also get a sticker of
They
this,
also
right?
get a photo sticker, yeah. And I think we can, if we do hit a certain number, I think we can increase the size of that sticker because
Oh,
the
that'd be
sticker
cool.
now is 4 inches. We might bump it up to six if we can get that in.
What?
And then to top it all off, if you want to get that logo on a T-shirt, you head over to gazilcher.threadless.com. That's Bob Kurthy's Threadless page, and you can get the logo on several colors of T-shirts. And then he also has his image for Potato Mummy, a book by him and his friends. You head over
Potato
there.
mummy. Love it. All right.
Awesome.
So
Thank
let's
you, Chris,
see.
for your
Cool.
time.
Well, that was fun to flip through.
Yeah. And that's, you know what? That was a lot of pages, but that's not all the pages. Because
Yeah,
I'm
there's gonna be
still
more.
waiting. There's gonna be more. There's gonna be more story pages. There will be more pinup pages, and yeah,
So it's live right now.
yes,
It's reached its goal.
it has reached its goal. Let's see what it is, where it's at now. Could I do that, or is it gonna lag on me because I'm on? It always does that. Oh, okay, yeah. So we're at 3734. Which
Okay,
yeah, we have surpassed our goal of 3,400. 92
great.
backers. 25 days to go.
Well, let's get more people to back it so we can bump that sticker up and get other cool shit,
Hell
right?
yeah. Yeah, let's get
Hell yeah.
that section sticker. Let's we have a bunch more commissions available, Chris Anderson included.
Yeah.
He's going to do two more to
Yes. For a steal.
oh my gosh. What a deal. What a deal. $100, $100 and it's an 8.5 by 11. Come on.
Yeah.
You can't
Hmm.
beat that. Cannot
Cool,
beat
man. Well, what else are you working on?
I also am working with my writer friend Warwick Walker. We have two series happening. One is called Vile. That it's all Warwick Walker's story. I'm just drawing it, helping him do the visuals for the story. A multi-issue story with Vile. It might be around 9 issues, I believe. And then we're also working on Angriest Warrior character that I created. Warwick wanted to do a short series on it, so we're going to do that as well. And I think we're going to go back and forth with both series. That and I'm still sculpting figures. You can get the stuff at toyfinity.com and look up Toy Pizza on Instagram. You can see some of my work there. I think there's still figures available. This might still be available.
Look at
See
that.
that guy,
Look at it.
Overlord. What a coincidence that this is a turtle character. I only did the head, the necklace, the torso, and the shell,
Well,
but
you
it fits so
wanted
well with
somebody to
the
get on
head.
that other figure, man. Why don't you just do it?
I know, right? Yeah, I just need if there's like there exists like a 48-hour day.
Yeah, that's I know. Trust me, I know all about that.
Yeah,
Oh shit, man.
absolutely.
Well, I'm gonna put
Chris,
links
thank
to
you.
all your stuff down below for people, and a link
Appreciate
to the Kickstarter, and then I'll put Instagram links for everybody involved. It might take me a month to do that, but
I'll
hopefully,
get you all the information. I'll copy paste what I have and
cool. Yeah,
send that
hopefully I'll
to
be
you.
able to kick this out like in the next day or two. So
Oh yeah.
we're still rocking it. So all
Oh
right,
yeah.
man. Well, it was good to have you on. Thanks for sitting
Yeah.
and going through everything with me, man. It was really good to
Yeah.
talk to you. We haven't really gotten a chance to do this, so it was nice.
Yeah, yeah, I think so too. Hopefully we'll meet each other in person someday. We have oh, and then Ink and Drink in person, August
Yeah,
17th. We have
there we
that's
go.
happening next week. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, later,
Cheers.
everybody.
Bye.
And before you go, don't forget to join my Patreon for exclusive content and physical comics gifted right to your door, like my sketchbooks and my Masters of the Universe bootleg comics, Not Man Nor Beast But Moss, and Stench of the Sea. Right now, I'm serializing my new mini, The Voyeur. You can support the channel by buying my comics, original art on my website, books like Spectral, A Showcase of Fear, 6 spooky tales, each told in a different spot color and weaved by a sinister traveling puppeteer. Lost Angels is a YA sci-fi mystery when a space city crash lands on Santa Monica and begins to assimilate with our culture. Young Alex Martinez may be the only one who can solve the mysterious death that occurs at her integrated human and angelic alien high school. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll see you next time.